You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
Proverbs 24, verse 10 says, "If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small." Verse 11 says, "Rescue those who are being taken away to death. Hold back those who are stumbling to slaughter." Verse 12, "If you say, 'Behold, we did not know this,' does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who keeps watch over your soul know it? And will he not repay man according to his work?" So character is seen in how we handle adversity, verse 10, because our strength is revealed in the moments of adversity, how we respond. And the Hebrew word here for adversity is tsara, which is trouble, distress, affliction. It's used in Judges chapter 10, verse 14 for this kind of affliction. And if adversity really reveals our strength, then we need strength before the adversity hits. And we need strength beyond ourselves in order to function in the adversity. So in a sense, adversity reveals what is already true. The character we have is in how we handle adversity. I've been a pastor for a couple of decades now, and I'm always a little surprised at people's responses to trial. How many people turn and say, "Where is God? Why is God not here?" And not because it's not a normal question, not because it hasn't been asked by the psalmist, but because we live in an obviously broken world where bad things happen all the time. And when adversity hits, so often people have this idea that says, well, God should have hedged me against adversity. And what happens when that's your thinking, then you faint because your strength is small, because your strength is in not actually God, but a version of God that is God on demand, God as a meter of our needs, rather than God, the sovereign of the universe, who sometimes in his sovereign good pleasure will say, it's okay for you to go through this momentary hardship because it's producing something much greater in my grander scheme. And our strength is in understanding and believing in God like that. And then our character is revealed in how we handle responsibility. Verses 11 and 12, talking about rescue those who are being taken away to death, hold back those who are stumbling to slaughter. But listen to this. If we say, "Behold, we didn't know this," doesn't he who weighs the heart perceive it? And what that's pointing to is that there's a sense in which we can say, I didn't understand that there was injustice. I didn't understand that there were things going on in this world that were against God's justice and goodness. And it's like God is saying, no, you knew, and I have given you the responsibility to intervene on behalf of those who can't intervene for themselves. And our character is seen in our willingness to step into difficulty, to serve those who don't have a voice. In verse 27, there's another aspect of responsibility that I don't know where else to put in this chapter, but it does fit here. He says, prepare your work outside. Get everything ready for yourself in the field. After that, build your house. And this is just simply saying, develop your assets before your liabilities. Outside work for people in that culture was part of what they used for sustenance, and their house was considered a luxury. They could often sleep outside, sleep in makeshift kind of structures, but the house was the luxury. And part of responsibility or character is saying, I will do the work of cultivating an asset before my liabilities or my comfort. And so often what shows as a lack of character in our day and age is choosing comfort before we have any kind of reliable assets or taking on responsibility for our future. And so these couple of verses just highlight the way that character works in our lives, and that it's shown in how we respond to adversity and in how we embrace responsibility in our lives. Today, are you railing against God in some area of adversity? Or are you shirking some area of responsibility? Your character, your strength is revealing itself in how you're responding in those areas.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.